Good morning.
Glad to have everyone here. I want to say to members of the council, President Administration, good morning to you. Certainly, Chief Jordan will say good morning to Fire Rescue, and to our command staff, acting Chief Dean, thank you as well. We're here today because we want to announce Interim Police Chief Romona Harris. We're proud to make that announcement, given her track record and given her background. She has been an 18-year veteran of the Montgomery Police Department, over 20 years law enforcement experience. She's got tremendous connections to the community, and we're excited about not only her ties to the community, but the support that she has around the community for what she's done and the work that she has provided. She's worked her way up through the ranks of police major, where she's charged with leading MPD's administrative division. She's directly responsible for supervising 40 plus sworn personnel and 65 plus civilian employees. She also led the Uniform Patrol Division and Special Services Division, which is tasked with community policing and patrols. Some other points I think are key about her track record and her bio is that she's been a police academy training director, member of the Dignitary Protection Unit. She's been an internal investigator, a police academy instructor, and part of the uniform and bike patrol. We chose Romona for a number of reasons, really. One was certainly the work that she has done. Certainly, in the interview process, she stood out with her ideas and initiatives, as well as her leadership capabilities. But she also had something that was too big for us to ignore, and that was she's universally respected among her peers in law enforcement. That was evident in our conversations with local and state law enforcement leaders around this decision. And when names were given, without asking, all had her either at or near the top of their list. And it was kind of interesting to get that type of consensus in separate conversations with people that are tasked with supporting and leading law enforcement agencies in this community and in this state. And I think it's a testament to the work that she has done. And I think there's a bigger lesson for all of us is that people notice things even when you don't try to make them notice them. They recognize the good work and they recognize the qualities and characteristics that it takes to be a leader in anything. And I think that was exemplified in our conversations with those that we discussed this hire or this promotion with. And so I just want to say that for all of the decisions that we've made, this one is very critical. We know it's very important because this person will be charged to stabilize this department as we go through a formal search for a permanent police chief. That search will take anywhere from 3 months to 6 months. We hope to be as efficient as we can be in this search. We will look far and wide to bring in the best person we think can lead the department, and that person may be internal, may be external. But we're going to cast a wide net when this is concerned, because we know that at this time in our community, it's important that we have a leader not only who can lead the police department externally to solve crime, but also that can lead the department internally and improve some of the things that are going very well and stabilize some of the things that maybe aren't going so well. So we're going to be looking through this search for the right person for that position, and we'll be very methodical, we'll be very deliberate and very intentional with that concern. And so with all that being said, you know, this hire, I keep saying this hire, but this promotion is one that really is intimate. No different than what Acting Chief Dean did in the previous couple of weeks. We asked him to step up He did just that. We asked our command staff to maintain the mission. They did a yeoman's work in doing that. And so now this is just the next step in this process. And at this time, I want to just stop right there, and I want to allow new Interim Chief of the Montgomery Police Department, Romona Harris, who is joined by her brother, here to support her, to address you and just talk a little bit about her leadership, her background, and then we'll take any questions that you may have. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Good morning, everyone. I am humbled and honored to serve in this capacity, leading our department with other leaders, and we move forward to grow and help the community here in Montgomery. It's a team effort. It's a team effort with the police department. It's a team effort with the community. And one thing that we all know from community engagement that we've seen over the few years, it takes the community and the department to work together. So we look forward to working with everyone as a department, and my fellow peers here at the department and command staff. We have a wonderful team that's already there, and we will do everything that it takes to make this city happy, make this city safe, and we are a safe city, and we will continue to give you all a safe city. And I put emphasis on the word safe city because I know violent crime is up across the country right now. But here in Montgomery, where we all call home, we will make this a safe city for you. During my time in this position, working with members of the Montgomery Police Department. And if you all have any questions.
Ma'am, do you plan to apply for the permanent chief position?
The permanent chief's position, I will gladly accept whatever position of leadership the city of Montgomery is able to grant. And if I'm not in that position as a permanent position, I will still be a leader within the Montgomery Police Department, as I worked prior to actually taking this opportunity to serve as an interim chief. So I'll continue to lead in any capacity that I am with the department.
Whether it's the interim label or not, was this a childhood dream of yours to one day be head of a police department?
Absolutely, sir. And I think that the majority of the police officers who sign up has this dream to be a police chief one day. Everyone wants to excel to the point of leadership and to be able to have an impact and influence on their community. Like I said earlier, it's a great honor to serve here at the Montgomery Police Department. The prestigious organization has been for years. We have a great community that we serve with a lot of community concerns, people that actually care about their community. We see it in our city council meetings. We see it in our neighborhood community meetings. So we have a city that cares, and that's what makes me happier than anything to be able to stand here today and serve in this capacity, is because we have people that care and want to see growth. They want to see a better city, a safer city, just with every other city in the nation. And I say that to say that we are already a great city, and we're going to continue to do that and work well with each other. And I look forward to the partnerships and collaboration with the community, as well as the business partnerships in the city of Montgomery.
How many years, total years, how many years have you been with Montgomery Police and all of you?
I've been with the Montgomery Police Department for 18 and a half years.
You don't answer age questions. You can't ask those questions.
I was going to say, I've been around for a little while. To experience adulthood is the answer for the age question. But I'm very excited today, and I know I may be speaking in chocolate patterns, but I'm just excited to be here with this opportunity to serve with the mayor, for the mayor, for the employees of the Montgomery Police Department, as well as the citizens of Montgomery. So I think it's going to be a great opportunity for everyone. We look forward to all partnerships and things that the mayor said about everyone else in the law enforcement field. I look forward to working with those people and partnerships with other agencies, the county, the district attorney's office, everybody that wants one common goal is to actually have a safe city. So we look forward to that, and any other questions that you have, I'm right here for you. Yes, sir.
What does it mean to you to be a woman and hold this position?
Well, with law enforcement, that's one of the things and I have to go back to the training days. One of the things we stress early on in training is whether you're a male or female, we try to remove the gender from it. Because what we look for is excellence in performance, regardless of whether you are a male or a female. I'm excited to say that and serve in the capacity being a female, but our expectation is better, excellent performance in everyone, no matter what your gender is.
This may be a question for the mayor, although you might be able to answer it, Ms. Ms. Harris, are you the first female ever to lead the department in the history of Montgomery Police? Whether it's interim or permanent.
We've had previous female police leaders within the department at the chief's position. As far as the highest position of as an interim or a chief of police, I think we still have that vacant standing as a chief of police, permanent position for a female. But we have a lot of ladies in leadership. That's one of the things that I was able to experience throughout my career. We have chiefs that are already holding position in other positions within the department, and also a lot of majors. So it's one of the things that we see that's growing the norm down and across the nation. We see female police chiefs. So it's exciting to be a part of that. But I'm speaking on behalf of the first one. There were other great leaders also who were females in the capacity within the department.
So you're the first female, as far as you know.
For interim. For interim.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Check
Maybe.
the history.
Maybe.
Thank you.
Got a couple of questions, Mayor.
Okay.
Was the Ernest family just flat out forced to resign?
No.
He was not.
No.
Would he have been dismissed had he not?
That's hard to say. You know, it's one of those that you can't ever say what would have happened. You know, I think given where we were at the time of the decision, it was a matter of where's the data, where's the culture, where's the performance, what's our plan going forward. And you know, that was one where we talked about it as an administration, talked about it with Chief Finley, and the decision was what it was. Do
you have a time frame in which you will name the permanent chief before August? Is there a specific deadline in your mind that you want to make that final?
No, again, you know, in talking to mayors that I bounce ideas off of, you know, but the general consensus is they can take, you know, probably at least 3 months in a search like this. Upwards of 6, you know, we would hope to be able to make that decision as efficiently as we can. We're not going to rush it. We're going to make sure that there's public input. We're going to make sure that we know what the department needs as well as what the communities are moving forward. And I think that's important. You know, I think everyone has a chapter. You know, nothing is forever. So whether that's my position or whether it's a police chief's position, fire should be any position. You know, we've got to earn that every day. And so when we think about what we want moving forward, is someone that we think can earn it every day, can deliver every day, based on what policing is right now. This is a different environment for police. And that's important for us to understand. There's a lot more scrutiny nationally. There's a lot more you know, attention being paid to policing. There are a lot of efforts to reform policing. And so it's a challenge. It's not what it was 5 years ago, much less even further than that. So we have to bring in leadership that understands where we are right now and how we move forward in this environment. And I think the other part that's very important for us is to make sure that, you know, we recognize the tough job that men and women do every day. Every mayor I spoke with will tell you they don't have enough policemen. Doesn't matter the size of the community, the size of the city. Everyone's looking for more people to serve in this capacity at a time when we're seeing violent crime rise throughout this country. So we got to find that balance there of reform, and we got to find that balance of also recruiting and retaining those men and women who aren't in this for the paycheck, who aren't in this for the glory of the headlines, but who are in it for the service. And so that takes a unique leader, and that's something that we'll be looking for to lead this department so that we can be the best.
How much did the rank and file play in your decision to name her interim chief?
Well, listen, that's always, I think, a factor, and it's one that we consider very strongly. But really, it was her work, it was her leadership capacity, and it was the respect again of law enforcement officials in the community and around the state who existed in the conversation without asking, you know, when mentioning her name. So that in itself kind of stands as a unofficial endorsement, we call it, in the line of politics of what's needed. And when you have references like that that are testifying to your work and your track record, you know, without question, that says something about the person.
What would her salary be starting out?
Well, we'll adjust the salary position. So if she's in the position of chief, that's what she would pay.
What is the
And that's for anybody. So anyone who fills an interim role, the interim IT director, they pay as interim IT director. So that's different.
Right. And what is the overall budget of the police department average?
Well, I don't know off the top of my head. I have to go back and take a look at that. Betty? Was it about 5 million?
You mean for the whole department?
4, yeah.
44 million.
Okay. I'm sorry?
44 million for the department.
44.
Per year.
Okay.
All right, ma'am, what would be your first order of business now that you're the interim chief?
First order of business will be community relations. We're gonna continue to strive and work toward community relations with the community, also, within the department, and training, and everything that we do, we wanna instill training. We wanna get the best training for the personnel that we have. We wanna be innovative with training. So technology training and definitely community relations. As we mentioned before, there are some issues within communities across the nation. We want to suppress those issues and make everyone feel comfortable to call it where they are home, and especially here in Montgomery. So that is definitely going to be our investment. We'll continue that stride in community relations.
And let me say one last thing before we wrap up. Again, I want to thank Chief Dean for stepping up as acting chief during this time. He was asked to step in and to provide some stability while keeping the mission the same. I think it's very important that we acknowledge what he did over the last couple of weeks. It's not as easy as it may seem when things are happening by the minute in the general public. And I also want to thank our command staff for being focused, being professional about this whole position. They have done a tremendous job, and they have really kept the mission at the center. They're working, I think that speaks to their professionalism as well. Because when we have change in leadership, it's very easy to get distracted. It's very easy to get into the internal politics, if you will. They've done a great job, in my opinion, along with the rank and file members of the police department, and staying focused. Again, at a very trying time, both internally and externally, with what's happening. So I just want to thank them for their work, and just knowing that both are there, as well as the men and women who are out in the streets right now, who are working the investigations, as well as the overall public, that we're going to be very meticulous in our approach to finding permanent chief. We'll be very deliberate in that. And I think by naming Romona as interim chief, we have the best person we have to lead us through this transition period as we move forward. So if there are no other questions, I'll conclude our